Hello and welcome to the heart of Constable Country here in Dedham, and down a quiet lane you will find this property here, Thorne Roughets.
Thorne Roughets is an unlisted, detached character property situated, as Andrew said, in a fantastic location in Dedham. The property has 3 bedrooms on the first floor, as well as 3 reception rooms and some other very interesting accommodation.
You have a mainline railway station just down the road in Manningtree.
And great shops, literally just a walk away. And speaking of walks, you've also got the Essex Way here as well.
So let's continue inside and we'll show you around the property.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, coming into the cottage itself, you immediately enter into a very delightful entrance hallway, which then in turn leads you into the drawing room, or the piano room as it's currently being used at the moment. Now the property itself dates back to the mid 17th century, and actually the current owners have deeds dating back to the early 1700s, so a bit of history there for you. Behind the camera you've got an extension that was put on about 180 years ago, and if it's true character that you want, have a little look at the original staircase. Alright, so we'll take a little look at that in a bit more detail later on. Now this room measures 1210 by 12 foot. Alright, so it's pretty much a nice square room, but it has loads and loads of period feature, namely these wonderful beams here, and also every time you look in a corner of the room you'll find little bits of history, if you like. Also as well, we've got this fantastic fireplace, which is a multi-fuel burner, which keeps the place nice and warm.
One of the nice things about Thorne Roughets is it's got a real mix of accommodation on both the ground and the first floor. Just come from here, which is a very nice reading room stroke small library. We're in the more recent part of the property, although I say recent, it is actually 180 years old. But what it does mean is you've got a very nice quiet room to just sit and read and relax in. Now we're in the dining room of the additional extension that, as I mentioned, went on about 180 years ago. The nice thing about Thorne Roughets is that the rear of the property faces east and the front of the property faces due west. So you're getting the sun come up and over, which makes it quite a nice bright property to be in as well. The piano room that Andrew has just shown you also has the original exposed timbers there, which separated the end of the house and have made these 2 rooms almost open plan. So again, it's got a variety of uses depending what your needs are. Other than that, a very nice place to dine.
Okay, you join me now in the kitchen breakfast room. Just come out of the secret bar, but we'll show you that later on. Now this room here measures over 22 foot by 10 foot, and that's a maximum L-shaped measurement. So back here then in the breakfast area part of the kitchen breakfast room, we've got a lovely little pantry here, which you don't see much of those nowadays. You've got your back door there that goes onto a side patio which leads you onto the back garden. And also as well, which you can't really see at the moment, is you've got a lovely window there which frames the garden, breakfast table. Loads of period features with your beams and also the step to different level here. Another window here at the breakfast bar where you can, again, it frames the garden quite nicely. And you've got a lovely blend of modern and period features. So we've got a fantastic white kitchen unit spread in here. So we've got the wall and floor mounted units. We've got space for dishwasher, washing machine. We've also got a built-in oven and hob with the extractor hood over. Important to mention though that as soon as you draw back these curtains of a morning time, you've got the light that just floods into this room, really lighting it up. You've got tiled flooring here as well, so all in all, a very, very pleasant place to be. The garden, as you look out onto it, is a host for wildlife, so plenty of different birds that go in there. You've also got then a roe deer that was made an appearance at one time a few years ago. But yeah, it's a hive of activity for wildlife. A very, very nice place to be.
So sitting in one of the 3 reception rooms that Thorne Roughets has to offer, it's a very, very quiet room, just sitting here listening to the birds calling outside as well. The property, although unlisted, still retains an awful lot of feature. Ceiling timbers, exposed brickwork. It's a really quiet place to be as well. You've got a big open fireplace which throws out an awful lot of heat. Also worth remembering that the owners have lived in this property for over 38 years. Clearly it's a property and indeed a location that they really don't want to leave. But that's going to be for someone else to enjoy, the same as the fire at Christmas time. A very charming room and a great place to be. As we mentioned, this property, the original part that we're in at the moment, dates back to the mid-17th century. One of the nice features of this property as well is it still retains its original staircase.
Bedroom 1 now, measuring 13 foot by 11 foot 9, just off of the landing behind the camera. Everywhere you look in this period cottage you come across character, and I've just noticed a solid oak beam running right the way down this side of this flank wall. Again, picture window to the front, and also this lovely little window here, double glazed, which overlooks the lane running right the way down this little picturesque quiet lane. You join me now in bedroom 2 here at Thorne Roughets. It measures just over 12 foot by 12 foot, got loads and loads of eaves storage as well. This fantastic picture window which overlooks the front of the property, the front garden. Typically with a property of this era you will have the 3rd bedroom off of the 2nd bedroom, which we'll show you a little bit in a minute. And also, just to give you get your bearings right, this bedroom is directly above the piano room downstairs. So on to bedroom 3 now, which is just off of bedroom 2. It measures 13 foot 2 by 8 foot 6, and it's dual aspect. So we've got the window here overlooking the front garden, which is very, very private, and also this window here overlooking not only the rear garden but the farmland views in the distance. We've got a loft hatch here as well, but it is really, really good size, and possibly something to think about. Could possibly be a dressing room and also an ensuite to bedroom 2. So there we have it, Thorne Roughets, situated in an area of outstanding natural beauty here in Dedham.
Yes, highly sought after location, Dedham, in the heart of Constable country. But let's not forget the transport links you've got here. You've got the mainline railway station at Manningtree for the commuters. You've also got good bus services running through Dedham, And if you need the A12, a short drive away, both London and Ipswich bound as well.
So let's recap what we've got here with the property itself. It is a detached 3-bedroomed period cottage, full of character with exposed ceiling timbers, exposed beams and also the open fires as well. It's got central heating, oil central heating, but there is gas in the lane as well, so I'm sure it's not going to be a problem to connect that to the property. Remember, you've got the 22-foot kitchen breakfast room, 3 reception rooms and 3 decent sized bedrooms as well.
For the walkers among you, you've got the Essex Way pretty much on your doorstep as well. Good walks down to the shopping facilities and also restaurants down in the centre of Dedham. You've also got the boating lake and some great walks going across to Flatford Mill.
So it is truly private in the way that you've got front and rear gardens totally unoverlooked. You've got plenty of parking for multiple vehicles as well, with the ample driveway. And then in the background as well, towards the rear, you've got rolling farmland fields.
So, if you want to find out a bit more about just how much character this property's got to offer, you really need to give us a quick call and take a viewing. The telephone number is 01206
588 440.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.